walking through a piece of plastic here, and it's all the precautions and everything. But this is Keith, who owns the barge. I assume you own it. Yeah. And I came here and had a lovely cup of tea last night just before I got the bus back up to Appley Bridge, and now I'm heading up to Five Rise Locks. How far is that then? Can't be far.
It's about an hour and a half walk.
Yeah, I thought it would be something like that. And then I'm staying at Riddlesden on the pub car park tonight.
Yeah.
So it's been nice meeting you. The tea's absolutely wonderful.
Thank you very much.
I guess it's been a bit of a slow beginning to the season then, Keith, hasn't it?
Especially here with the COVID-19, it's definitely affected us quite a bit this year.
Yeah.
But hopefully we'll pull it around.
You'll recover
this year.
Yeah. So how long have you been here?
12 years.
Oh, do you think you like it?
Sorry?
Do you think you like it?
Yeah.
Well, you seem to be doing very well, and it's lovely to see this. And the number of people around here, it's a very popular area, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
Yeah.
It's quite a bit of a tourist destination. It's a World Heritage Site as well.
Yes. Anyway, thank you very much, Keith. Nice to meet you. Okay, mate. Bye now. Bye. Bye.
Have a pleasant journey, won't you?
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Keep on watching and subscribe.
I will do.
Okay, thank you very much. Bye now. Bye. This is actually the first boat owner that I've talked to, and this is John. And this is the fine boat you've got here. Is it the full length? Is it about 60 feet?
58.6.
58.6 feet.
It's not the full length you can get on. I think Leeds and Liverpool is 62.
Yes.
But this will go most places with a bit of a wiggle.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, obviously you live on board, do you?
Yeah.
Oh well, that's brilliant. I'd love to do something like that. I know. You know, you can go anywhere you like, can't you? Really, and I know it's a slow pace of life. But I rather enjoy that walking and
well,
stuff.
Me and the missus still work full time, so
right.
So we're still entrapped by life, so to speak. I think people think that because we live on a boat, we juggle for a living, or
right. Yeah. Whatever. Yeah.
But so we're both kind of Monday to Friday, so to speak.
Yeah.
The boat's allowed me to step a little bit away from that.
Yeah.
Your commute changes. That's it. So we kind of do as far as commutable. So Skipton on the Leeds and Liverpool, Hebden Bridge on the Rochdale, Marsden on the Huddersfield, York on the Ouse.
Right.
Just do 2 of those. That's your summer done. And then you meander a little bit less further away in the winter.
Right. And so how long have you been doing that then, if you don't ask you?
So the boat I've only had since January, but I've had boats since for 8 years now.
Right.
So it's just a coincidence that the boat is called John 03.
Right.
And my name's John, and it's my third boat.
Not John 02.
No. This is my third boat. I had a 40-foot narrow boat before that, and then a weird steel cruiser tank after that.
Yes. You do see some strange things, don't you? Strange boats. They're not all. They don't. When I say don't conform, I mean you can do what you like.
Well, I think you get a lot that. This is an attempt at being a traditional boat, but it was only built in 2003.
Right.
So it's in no way traditional.
Right.
Apart from the person that built it clearly had a love for the old.
Yes.
I think unless you've got a bit of history, go weird, make it interesting.
Yeah, absolutely.
Completely. I really like the. You get lifeboats that have been fitted out off the rigs.
Yes.
There's one. He's now at Shipley. You will have walked past it. And it's done as like fake wood outside. It says Noah's Ark.
I've seen that.
Yeah, that's an old lifeboat.
Something Ark, Noah's Ark or something.
Yeah.
It was called. It's just before the canopies, isn't it?
Yeah. That was built to be dropped off an oil rig.
Really?
They were unsinkable, bomb-proof. Yeah.
That's handy, eh?
You don't see enough of them. They're great things.
Yeah.
You could there's a couple of people taking them up the Baltics, and
really,
they're built to take all of it.
Really?
But I couldn't do that on this.
No, absolutely not. Well, I'm going to get a little bit of video, John. It's been if you don't mind, of your wonderful craft. And thanks for your time. It's nice to know you. I could talk to you much longer, but I've got a walk to do.
I'm busy painting the inside. I've started the job, so I've got to finish it.
Lovely.
I'll take your video and enjoy your walk.
Thank you very much.
Meet you.
Pleasure to meet you too. Thank you. Let me get your cat. What do we call your cat?
She's Calypso.
Calypso. You're Calypso, are you?
Goddess of the sea.
Oh, you're beautiful, aren't you? This is Tassie, and this is a beautiful dog. What's
Hugo.
That's Hugo. Oh, aren't you gorgeous? Look at him. He's a beautiful boy, aren't you? Hey. So, do you like this? Obviously, it's a silly question. Do you like this way of life? Is it something that you've been into for a long while now?
No, I just moved onto the boat in January.
Yes.
So we had we had floods, so we couldn't move because of flooding.
Yes.
And then we moved a little bit, and then we had COVID.
Yes.
So we didn't move for 12 weeks, I think.
Right.
And now, the past, I don't know, 6-8 weeks we've been on the move from Leeds up to here.
Yes.
So.
It's great, isn't it? And it's surprising, isn't it, the journey from Leeds? I mean, I imagined it as being like really industrial. I've been to Leeds many times in my life, and I've never really been keen on it. And I was thinking, it's going to be, maybe as I remembered it years ago, but it seems to have really cleaned itself up a lot.
Leeds, I mean, I've only been there a few years, but since I've been there, it's lovely. But everyone told me not to go there because it wasn't very nice. And then when I went there,
isn't it funny?
Yeah.
I'm from Hull, and there's always been this rivalry with football and stuff. I mean, as it happens, Leeds have gone up into the Premier League, and we've gone down in. Hull's gone down. So there's always been that bit of rivalry.
Yeah. But you're out of Leeds very quickly on the canal, really.
Yes.
So.
But you're soon out into the more sort of country areas.
Yeah.
You see a lot of sheep and a lot of cows and stuff within 2 or 3 miles of the city centre. Which is really nice, isn't it?
At Kirkstall we had ponies by the boat.
Yeah.
So semi-wild, I'd say. Ponies,
yeah, it's gorgeous. Yeah. Anyway, it's been a pleasure meeting you.
Yeah, enjoy your trip.
And you too, John.
Nice to meet you.
Okay, nice to see you again, mate. Thank you. Bye now. Bye. Good afternoon. It's 3 o'clock on Thursday, the 30th of July, and I'm just making a late start today, which was not entirely deliberate, but I've had quite a few gremlins with my edit machine. And as an example, I put yesterday's film on this morning, and for some reason it wouldn't put the picture on, and I tried over and over and over again, and the little thumbnail, and there's a very nice lady 83 who was walking yesterday, and hopefully by the time I get back to the van it might have solved itself. It seems, I don't know, all you people who do YouTube, I do find it quite difficult at times, in that it can present big problems that are difficult to kind of solve quickly, and it was just one of those things. So I've made a late start. It doesn't really matter, because what I'm going to do is I'm walking up to 5 Rise Locks at Bingley, which is well worth seeing, and I hope you enjoy it. And I just only hope that there's a boat going through at the time, because it will illustrate how the lock works, rather than not being able to explain to you properly, but you'll see for yourself. But it does take a while for a boat to go through from one end to the other, and I want to film all of that, really, even though, it's going to be, when I say boring, I think you'll find it interesting. So things are going well. I'm feeling much better today. I haven't brought my walking pole with me because I'm right-handed, and I need my camera in my right hand, and I can't use the stick with my left hand, so I've given it a miss today. But it just helps. I don't really know this. These walking poles, or in the States they call them hiking poles, they do take the pressure off your knees, there's no doubt about that. And so I've dispensed with that today, so I can move a little bit quicker. So I'll see you later. Oh, this is a nice family just sat here having a nice relaxing time, and this gentleman, your name is?
Ted Deacon.
Ted?
Andy.
Sorry?
Andy.
Andy?
Wendy.
Wendy?
Ealing.
And Ealing, right. Do you live locally? I assume do you live on the boat? No?
No,
We're
we
here
just
on
have you on
holiday.
holiday.
Oh, right. Oh, so you hired this for a couple of weeks?
Yeah.
Excellent.
For a week.
How are you finding it? I mean, it's about the maximum length, isn't it?
It's good, yeah. I don't know
Yeah.
the length, but it's been fine so far.
Yes.
Yeah.
Did you take to it pretty quickly? Is this
It's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, very straightforward.
It takes it only takes probably about a couple of hours to really get a grip of it, doesn't it? You know what I
A few
mean?
hours training and it's okay.
I know when we hired our boat, I think it took 167 yards from the place we hired it from to the first swing bridge, and
Yeah.
said, right, you're on your own now.
Yeah.
So and it was more my wife with the locks and
Yes.
opening the swing bridges,
Yeah.
you know, and that she found that really difficult at times.
It can be, yes.
It was a bit of a faff, isn't it, taking those locks off? Yeah.
Yeah, we're not much use to help because we're too old, but we
Sorry?
try. I said we're too old to be much help, but we do try.
Well, I mean, it's a lovely way to have a holiday, isn't it? It's
Yeah.
different.
Yeah.
It's unusual.
Yeah.
Have you not been down yet to?
Yeah, we came,
Yeah, we came from there.
You came from Leeds.
going back that way.
Did you find it surprising that it doesn't take long to get out of the centre, and you're out in the country almost,
it's
aren't
okay.
you? You
Yeah,
wouldn't
it's good,
believe that you was in in the middle of 2.5 million people,
That's right.
the metropolitan district. Once you get to Kirkstall and beyond, it's a really scenic
Yeah, we
route.
didn't come out of Leeds. We
Came
picked
out
the
of
boat up
Appley.
at Appley.
At Appley.
So we haven't come out of Leeds.
Ah, yes.
We're going back to Appley.
That's where I started walking
Yeah.
yesterday, and I got to Saltaire.
Okay.
I'm only doing short stretch,
Uh-huh,
just to get
yeah.
fit. I'm not doing 17, 20 miles a day like I
Yeah.
did when I was going around the coast. But it's been a pleasure to meet you. If you don't mind, I'll just get a little bit of video of your boat, and
Yeah.
I'll give you a
Carry on.
card as well, and you can look yourself up. You'll be on YouTube tomorrow.
Thank you.
Oh, well, there you go.
So, I mean, what the grandchildren will say, look, there's Grandad on there. What's Grandad doing on YouTube? Well, you beat them to it. Your name, sir?
Osama.
Mustama.
Yeah.
Okay, how is it going, mate?
Brilliant.
Yeah? Have you been busy?
Yeah, I've been a little busy. There was a few showers.
Yes.
There wasn't supposed to be showers, supposed to be a red hot day today.
I know.
But it hasn't happened.
I was quite surprised. I'm in my camper van and it was battering it down
Yeah.
during the night.
Yeah.
And I thought, oh, well, I'm not going to get up yet because I thought it was
Yeah.
going to carry on. So I'm late starting today.
Yeah.
But I'm only doing small walks. I've been walking right around the coast of Britain, but because of the COVID stuff,
Yeah.
I can't do Scotland. So I thought I'll do something a little bit easier and more simple.
Yeah.
And so it's only, when I say only 127 miles, I'm just breaking it down into very small chunks and enjoying it and
Yeah.
getting plenty of time to do a bit of a video.
Yeah.
So it's been a pleasure to meet you. I'm sorry I don't eat ice cream, to be honest, but thank you very much. It's nice to see you.
Thank you very much.
Look after yourself. Okay, mate.
Bye.
Cheers now. Bye. Bye. there's a couple of guys doing a bit of fishing, and your name, mate, is
Elias Ame.
Elias and
Ben Fox.
Ben. Hi, Ben. How are you doing? It's good to see people doing a bit of fishing here. You've got a good chance of getting some quite big perch. I was
That's what we're hoping for. Yeah. It was,
down just outside of Leeds. I can't exactly remember where, and it was only chucking down the rain last Monday, and there was a guy fishing under the bridge to keep dry.
All right, nice.
And he was catching loads. He was doing really well. You know,
they really like it under bridges. Like there's a place further down in Shipley where we go to during the winter, and it seems to be full of them. Like there's just
Normally,
yeah, maybe the low light, or maybe they're more protected. It'd be interesting to find out, wouldn't it? What is the reason? I mean,
I think it's a combination of both, really. Like because they don't really like bright light because you've got no eyelids, so it sort of hurts their eyes when it's really sunny.
No, that's right.
And also just protection from predators and things like that. So.
Do I assume you're local lads then?
He's Huddersfield,
right?
But yeah, I'm just Heaton, like a Bradford area, just up the road really. So yeah, it's nice and convenient.
It's certainly appealing, this, isn't it? This Leeds Liverpool. It's,
Yeah.
You know, I've never seen some. I didn't expect to see as many people on the coast on this walk. I mean,
really nice.
I hired a boat with my wife in 2017, and we came for a run all the way down it. And even then, I was surprised at how busy Skipton was. But I was in Skipton the other day, and it was like a ghost town. It was not seasonally normal at all. There wasn't many people around at all. But I'm sure this weekend it'll all kick off. You know what I mean?
Yeah, probably.
Really nice to meet you, lads.
Yeah,
best of luck.
Yeah.
The big one that got away, you haven't described that yet.
No. Hopefully we don't have to. Hopefully it's the big one that we catch. But yeah.
All right, lads. Nice to meet you.
Yeah, you too.
Bye. Bye now. Bye. Well, I'm having a busy day meeting lovely people today, and I've just bumped into Mark and Chris. And where are you from, Mark?
We're from a place called Formby, which is in Merseyside.
Yes, I detected the accent. And so are you actually walking the Liverpool to Leeds at the moment?
We are, yes. We started in January, pre-COVID, and we had to break off in March because the strip between Gargrave and Skipton was closed. So we had to wait until it was opened in July.
Right.
So last couple of weeks we've got to here, which is where are we? Just outside Crossflats, Bingley.
Yes.
And we're finishing tomorrow in Leeds. So we'll have done it in 14 sections.
Wow, that's good going then, isn't it? Really, 14. Yeah, that's good. That's some going, and that's you're doing what? 8 to 12 a day, something like that, average.
Yeah, 12. The longest was 12, wasn't it?
That's about right. Yeah.
And we always finish with a pint, don't we?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I love
Guinness, a Guinness to finish.
Half a Guinness.
I've got a beer fridge in my van. Yeah, I like my beer. I think it's really good for you. You know, I'm kidding myself. I know that.
Full of vitamins.
But yeah, well, it's full of calories as well. You know what I mean? So,
That does matter.
yeah. So I mean, this walking, you're saying the places you've been avid walkers for years. Then I guess has it been something that's been with you all a lot?
Yeah,
We've always walked, haven't we?
Yeah, we always since we got married, and then the kids come along and curtailed it a little bit. But we've walked all the Nuttalls. So we've done all the 2000s in England and Wales.
Right.
What, 300 and odd of them. We've done a few Munros, but getting up to Scotland's quite difficult from where we live and time-wise. But yeah, we've always been keen walkers.
From the coast to coast.
Yeah.
I can recommend the Pembrokeshire Coastal Path.
Well, we've done
bits
part of it.
Yes.
When I was in the Navy in 1988, I think you came down and we went and spent a couple of days walking around the beautiful Pembrokeshire.
Absolutely.
Absolutely love it. But we've never walked the coast path. I think as we get older, we'll stay away from mountains now.
Yeah.
And,
well, there's no mountains, and it's nowhere near as severe as the Southwest Coastal Path. But the Welsh people are fantastic. I really like the Welsh people. But for a nice walk, Anglesey is 120 miles round.
I was just going to say we've done bits of the Anglesey.
We've done quite a bit of Anglesey coastal path.
Yes.
Kemmers Bay. We used to holiday in Kemmers Bay with the kids, and we just walked sections of it. Woolworth Power Station.
Yes.
So we've got I think the south, the east coast to do really. We've done most of the west coast, well, Moultrie.
Yes.
But we've got to go around the other side, Anglesey down to where my mate lives, Maltraith.
Yes, and then from Maltraith you'll go along the beach where the pine forest and everything. Now, what's the name of it? They've got a fantastic long big beach, and there's Love Island is on there as well.
Yeah, I think that's where the Royals ship were.
I can't remember.
Secretly hiding, weren't they?
And there's a stepping stones as well. That's
we've never done that bit there.
Yeah, that's terrific.
Fantastic.
That's a good place to start actually. But now I was knocked out with it. I thought it was absolutely fantastic, and I'm dying to go back. And I've made loads of friends in Wales, which is really nice. There's one guy who lives in Maesteg, Ralph his name, and he's been with me on that walk around Britain. He must have been with me for about maybe nearly a month in separate days. And his sister had a beautiful house in the Plymouth area, and he said she said you can base yourself there because they've got a few houses here and there, and so we based ourselves in Plymouth, and so we were able to, with 2 vehicles, we could get almost sort of 20 miles either side of Plymouth fairly quickly. It was great. But no, it was a great experience.
Yeah, very good.
And all I'm trying to do is just get my fitness back really slowly. I don't want to rush it, and I'm 72, so I don't want to be doing too much. Well. You know what I mean?
Hope we're still walking when we're 72.
Yeah, I know, yeah.
So this is the river that you were saying. Where is it? Here it is. This is an aqueduct, and it's amazing how it's built up to this size. In such a short space of time.
I'm amazed how 127.25 miles all dug out by hand.
I know.
Back in Victorian times.
And the Foulridge Tunnel, it cost 40 grand to make that. Can you imagine what it would cost nowadays? It'd been into 30 million or something. It's the only thing you couldn't walk through. Or
there was that, and there was just before that in Burnley Barracks. There's a short section of about 200-300 metres. You've got to go over the top, but you can't walk through it. It's another bridge.
Oh, really?
Foulridge is the one place that is the longest. It's about a mile.
Yeah.
But
they've got a nice little cafe there. But apparently, I was there the other day because I went on a recce for 3 days to find parking places. And it's changed hands, and the one guy was really moaning. He said it's not what it used to be.
Yeah, we had a nice bacon bussy there, didn't we?
We had a breakfast back,
yeah. Was it all right?
Yeah, it was fine. It was nice.
I mean, there's loads of people there.
And you can park in there.
Yeah, you can. I know. And I asked permission to park over there, and they said, yeah, that's no problem. So I will be staying there.
Well, we did the Foulridge to Gargrave section.
Yes.
That's probably the remotest section of the whole walk. That.
Really?
Yeah. You go through. Begins with B. What was it called? Barn Aldswick.
Well, Barn Aldswick,
But other than that, there's nothing.
Yeah. That's where the Rolls-Royce factory is.
Yeah, you walk right past the Rolls-Royce factory.
But it's a nice little place, though, isn't it? It's clean and tidy.
We didn't go into it. We just walked straight
through.
Once we start walking, it's the first time we've stopped in 120 miles, isn't it?
Really? God,
a mile every 18 minutes. You can set your watch by it with all the mile markers.
That's really interesting. Well, look, it's been a pleasure meeting you. I know you want to get on, and so do I. So, thank you very much. Yeah. It's been an absolute pleasure meeting you. And the best of luck. And you've got my card.
Yeah, I have.
Keep in touch. And you'll be on YouTube tomorrow. Not that you can watch it. This will be going on YouTube.
Well, I'll get my phone out and we'll look tomorrow.
Yeah, okay.
Nice to meet you, and I'll certainly have a look at your website.
Cheers now. Bye. Bye now. Bye. Well, here's some seasoned walkers that I've met. This is Phil and Anne, and we seem to have seen a lot of each other today. We seem to be walking more or less at the same speed, and I've been overtaking you and you've been overtaking me.
Yeah.
And so where are you walking today, Phil?
Just to 5 Rise Locks.
Ah, right.
We've walked from Saltaire.
Yes, you're doing exactly the same as me.
Yeah.
But we were hoping to go to the Hockney Museum, but it was closed, so it was a bit disappointing being artist. It would have been nice to go and have some inspiration there.
Yeah.
So we'll have to wait until next time.
And a nice meal as well.
Yes, it's funny, all of these different things. I mean, to be honest, I was in Skipton the other day because I did a 3-day recce of this to find the parking places and asked permission to park on 1 or 2 pub car parks and all this. But it was nothing like seasonally normal. There seemed to be hardly anything around at all. There was not much life.
Yeah.
But I would imagine that this weekend it all kicks off. And I know when I say I'm a railway enthusiast, when I was a kid I was a train spotter. But even further round on the east coast, places like Ramsbottom and Bury and all those places.
Well, I was born near there.
Yes, well, the East Lancs, the Flying Scotsman there next week. Right. Yeah. The Flying Scotsman's there next week, I think it is, or the week after. Yeah.
On the East Lancs Railway.
Yes, and even so, you're not that far from Pickering from here. You know, there's the North Yorkshire Moors Railway, and there's one or two smaller railways, and I'm interested in going to see these things. And the reason for that is, when I revamped my my YouTube page, I looked at the analyse everything, and 90% of my audience are over 65.
Yeah.
So I thought I'd better find some more things.
Well, I'm touching 72 now.
I was 72 last weekend. Yeah. So that's great. But it's lovely to see people like you. I always say this on the Coastal Path, and everybody's been really friendly, which has been great.
They are.
You know, they're all chatty.
Very friendly.
Yes.
Yeah. The weather wasn't promising this morning, but it's improving now.
You can feel it now. It rained during the night. It was bashing it down at one point.
Yeah, that's right.
And I made a bit of a late start because I had a problem with YouTube this morning. Not on loading it, but they didn't put the little picture that usually goes with it. What's the word for the what's the actual name for it? Anyway, the picture of the person I was talking to at the time. So I was running about 2 hours late. But what I'm going to do is, when I've finished at Five Rives, I'm going to walk to Riddlesden because I'm going to stay there tonight. And that means that means that there's the pub there, which I've been to. It's a nice pub. So I need to get a bus from Riddlesden back to Saltaire and then drive back again and stay the night there. So the logistics have been really easy compared with like Scotland, isn't it? Anyway, it's been a pleasure to meet. It's
a pleasure to meet you. Yeah.
And we might have a cup of coffee when we get up there. But I'm hoping there's going to be a boat going through the lots because it'll explain things much easier, where you can follow it up or down, whichever way.
That's right. Yeah.
Yes.
Well, good luck anyway on your travels.
Well, thank you very much, and look me up and stay in touch.
Yeah, we will. Yes, we've got your card. Yeah.
Thank you very much indeed.
Luck.
Lovely to meet you. Okay. Bye now. Bye. You may find this interesting. This bridge that we're just about to walk over, and you can come with me, is where the horse would be pulling the barge in the old days, and here they would need to change from being on the right hand side to the left hand side. And so here we are, there's the canal with the path on the left, and when you turn round, there it is on the right, and they would disconnect the horse from the barge, walk it over, and then join it up again. And so there is a term for it, and I can't remember it right now, but this is how it used to be in the old days. And as I said, this piece of canal here opened in 1815, so 200 years ago. That's the kind of thing that they will be doing. Whereas now, obviously, everything's all motorised. But it is a fantastic, beautiful canal. And it's hardly surprising there's so many people here. And even though it's supposed to be a red hot day, which never really happened, I think it's got all the makings of that happening later on, and probably certainly tomorrow. So here's another couple of casual walkers strolling down towards me. And your name, sir?
Muctarally.
Muctarally.
Anissa.
Anissa, lovely. And so, are you a regular on the canal? Is this something that you do quite often?
Yes, we do. Yeah, we just live next to the canal, so it's easier for the school to walk.
Yes. I've got to be honest with you. I was never really keen on Leeds as a younger man, and part of the reason for that was Leeds United supporter, Hull City supporter. But as it's happened, Leeds have gone up into the Premier League this year, and Hull City have gone down. So we're not in the same league, and we've been in the same league for years. You know, so it's different fortunes. But I thought, I wonder what it's going to be like walking from Leeds to Liverpool. What the centre's going to be like, and I'm quite staggered how it's improved. They've made it quite a good job of it, especially around where the canal wharf and on the river Aire. And in no time at all on the canal, you're out in the countryside. You know, when you get to Kirkstall Abbey and everything, it's just like this. You know, and I was expecting it to be really dirty and grimy, if I'm to be honest, and it's far from it. It's like the same at the other end. I walked through Liverpool when I was walking down the west coast from Carlisle down to Wales, and that's the same. The Liverpool, on the front there, you could be in like New York.
You know. So Yorkshire, if you want to see Yorkshire, you know, the canal, you know what I mean?
Yeah. There's also so many little footpaths that way you can go for a walk and a little hike and stuff. So it's very pretty and green.
But it's got such a terrific history as well, hasn't it? You know, and you know, it goes back more or less to the end of the beginning of the Industrial Revolution, in 1815. But I mean, this section was more or less finished in 1815. But when you go further up to Skipton, that section from the Five Rise Locks right over to Gargrave, it's 17.5 miles without a lock. You know, you think about the modern equipment you would need to do that these days, and the cost, and mapping it out and everything. But it was all dug out by hand. There wasn't any JCBs or anything like that. You know, it's an incredible task when you think about it, isn't it?
Because that's where we kind of live in with Five Rise Locks. So it's pretty incredible. It took me a while because I didn't know how the Five Rise Locks worked until I figured out it's really smart, like how they
it's clever.
do it. It's so clever.
All those years ago, you know, they worked that out, and I think that was built in about the 1770s. So it must have been really. That part was open separate from this part. That opened first, and it took 50 years to actually build the whole canal. But it's a very interesting, very
a lot
interesting.
of history and stuff like that.
History,
They used to transfer like wool and textiles and stuff like that, didn't they, through it?
Yes. Well, like being from Hull, a lot of those textiles and stuff came into Hull, and then it was put on the barges and came all the way here. You know.
And Bradford as well, because that's quite.
Yes, that's right. Bradford. I remember they used to have what we call shoddy lorries, and it was like bales and bales of wool and shoddy and everything, and that's more or less where the saying came from, shoddy workmanship. Because it wasn't finished. It was just rough and ready. So that's where that came from. It's a Yorkshire saying, shoddy. It's a bit shoddy, isn't it? You know.
I bet you'd use that, not me. But
It's been a pleasure meeting you, and the best of luck to you.
Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you.
Take care.
And this will be on YouTube tomorrow.
Yeah, all right. We'll have a look.
Thank you very much. Yes.
Ready for tomorrow?
Out of interest, where's Horn Basin?
Birmingham.
Oh, right.
It's in Hales, Owen, which is southwest Birmingham.
Right. I used to live in Birmingham. I know what you mean, but It's lovely, that part of Worcestershire, isn't it? It's just inside Worcestershire, won't it?
It's in the grotty.
Pardon?